What's up? So, listen, I don't know if you guys follow me on, I don't do much internet stuff anymore because it just enrages me to the point where it's just a distraction. But every once in a while, it's fun to circle back and, just annihilate people that have disagreed with me because, man, have I been proved right or wrong? I said the market was in a stealth bear market last year. The Kathy Wood top was in. What's up, man? I started making videos calling Kathy Wood a hack. I was actually asked to take some of them down because it was so rude and crude, right? Yeah, I took some of them down, regret it now, but there are still out there. But the bottom line is, I said after the Kathy Wood top, what's going to happen next is that the underpinnings or the foundation of the market that was built on smoke and mirrors is going to crumble. And when did that happen? I pretty much made an announcement in January that the top definitely is in now because Goldman Sachs, if you haven't read the article yet, just Google Goldman Sachs not in a bubble. And you'll see all the articles and podcasts that they did explaining how this market wasn't in a bubble, where I was on the other side saying, yeah, we're definitely in a bubble. When is it going to pop? So the first thing that popped was the Kathy Wood stocks because those were all pure momentum. And then you had the real companies, the Amazon, the Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Google. And again, it wasn't a question of if it was going to happen. It was a question of when. Nobody could time the exact day we start going down, but I told everybody, don't try to time it. Just get out of the market. Just get out of the market, no matter what stock you're in. Just sell everything, be in cash. And I made that call on January 7th. I also said if the market breaks down, the Qs probably won't find real support till 298. Anybody notice what price we just bounced off? 298. So again, I know that I probably shouldn't go back at trolls, but now I am a troll. No denying it. I go on the internet just to cause trouble, just to rub people's face in what they should have been doing instead of spitting in my face when I said Zoom is a product of the pandemic. And once the pandemic's over, Zoom will go to zero. Same thing with Roku. Same thing with DocuSign. Same thing with the entire market. Everyone's sitting around. They had money. And the market became the only casino that was open 24/7. Well, then again, most casinos are open 24/7, but you get the idea. You don't have to leave your house to play this casino. And now when the story's written and the books are written and when the story's written about the meme stocks, well, first it was the SPAC craze, right? And what I learned from my mentor, he said there's always a craze or a dash for trash before every move down. This move down took a little bit longer to get started because nobody wanted to give up. Remember, everybody owns Apple. Once Apple starts going down, then we're in trouble. Once Apple and Amazon start going down, we're in real trouble. Once Apple and Amazon and Google go down, we're in real trouble. Fuck Netflix. So, exactly, dash for trash, you had the SPACs, and then you had the meme stocks. And people were asking me, do you think this is going to ruin the market? I'm like, I don't care if it ruins the market or whatnot. These people will eventually lose all their money. I don't know if it's going to break the market because they're trying to play short squeezes. That's what we do. The entire market, the reason we went up every day from March to January of last year, it was one big short squeeze and people were chasing. So it was a short squeeze into the fear of missing out. That's a bubble. So a short squeeze into the fear of missing out, into just only buying stocks because they're going up. There wasn't real value there. So once they come tumbling down, they give back the artificial move. And that's where we went to. And then when the bubble bursts and you don't find support, Then the real stocks start to give way because people have to sell to pay for their other shitty ideas. Remember, when you sell your winners first, all you're left was with the shit. But if you sold your losers first, which would have been good, and all you're left with the good stocks, and they start to go down, now it's time to sell those. So it was just a matter of time when this happened. And again, it's about VWAP. Multiple time frame VWAP, multiple time frame VWAP gave me a heads up on the QQQ rollover. And the 3-year VWAP where I found support was 298 on the Qs. 298 today. Am I getting rich? No. I sold naked calls on the Qs and the SPYs. You don't get rich selling naked calls, but it's nice to make money when the market's going down. But most importantly is, let's say you met me a year ago and I went through the whole story about how I'm a trader first, nothing else matters. And you took my advice and you said, all right, bald guy, I've been watching you do videos since 2007. I'm going to take one piece of advice. I'm going to cash out of the market, like you said, in April, maybe May of last year. And maybe you waited till January. If you had only listened to that one piece of advice and got out, you're 30% richer now because you've just lost 30% not listening to me. Some of these stocks are down 50, 70, 80, 90%. And I won't fall for the same thing that destroyed me and my father's relationship back when the market crashed in 2000. We thought a $300 stock that went to $30 must be valuable. We thought wrong. We thought $200 stocks that were trading at $15, there's got to be some value there. We were wrong. Stocks can go to zero. They can go to zero. They could go to $2 and stay there for the rest of your life. Some of them come back. Some of them never come back. I will never own a stock ever again in my life, ever, for more than one day. I don't care how much I like the action at the end of the day. Just let me just say it one more time. I'll never own a stock. I will never own a stock ever again in my life, ever. I don't care if it's Funko, Black Rifle Coffee, Sophie, Ford. It doesn't matter. The money you can make on a daily basis is enough. BBIG, do you know how many times we traded it? BBIG in the last 3 days? We made 6 or 7% every time we traded it, long and then short. Palantir today. Yeah, it took a hit on the first attempt, and then we bought it. 740 to 750. Took 10 cents. And then it pulled back. I did it again, 740. I got stopped out. It broke the new low. And then it came back. I bought it again, 743. Sold it at 757. And then it pulled back. Guess what? I got to buy it again at 743, and that last one was a doozy. 743 got us all the way up to 775. So I did 7 trades in Palantir, right? And I only made money, real money, on 2 of them. A couple of flats, couple of losses. But at the end of the day, when it finally broke VWAP and broke the top of that range, it was 758. And our stop almost got stopped out, but because we were at 750. And then we got to 775, which I was pretty content with, so sold it all at 775. That was more of a lucky trade than a skilled trade. I was just very happy with my quarter because all I was trading was 8-cent profits, 12-cent profits. But my point here is, look, am I a millionaire? Yeah. Doesn't mean anything. Because really, with some of the calls that I've made over the last, since we've been doing these videos, 2007, I should be worth at least 50 to 60 million and have a television show on CNBC. But I was blacklisted because they don't allow people like me They don't allow people like me on in the mass media because I will frighten people. And nobody wants to be frightened, right? But here's the thing. There's a time to be frightened, and it's prudent to be frightened. It's not a panic. They use that word on TV to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. It was a good time to panic last year. You should panic when your stock falls 12% in a day. You should sell it. There are rules. Nope. The first rule I ever learned, never let your stock go down below 20%. If your stock's falling 20%, get the hell out of it. Something's wrong. So, the one thing I've tried to do my whole life, and again, we've all used to have haters on YouTube. I don't have any haters left, which I miss, but I have plenty of haters on StockTwits. And I have people calling me a fraud, and I don't stand for that because my business model is fraud proof. Fraud proof. I perform like a fucking monkey in front of people. Look at me dance. Listen to me talk. Watch the trades. Did they work? Yes. Did they work? No. Did we come out ahead today? Yes. Did most of my trades work today? Yes. Did I tell you to be liquid this market for the last year and a half? Yes. But here's the thing. What I do, right? This is the only way to do it. Because I was not only proving a point that I'm good at this, is that no other person on the YouTube, and look how many people are saying they called the crash now. These people weren't around last year, and now they're saying they called the crash. Meet Kevin, another pumper, the Russian guy with his biotech stocks, how you should buy every stock, right? Where are they now? Where's the guy with the fishing rod in the boat? Where's the Brotherhood fraternity? I listened to what their commentary was. Not once did they turn the page like I did. And I said, listen, it's time to be bearish. I'm not going to switch. Because listen, you heard my videos when it was time to be rah, 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 right? I was rah, rah, rah right along them. But what makes me different is that I know when to get the hell out. So if you go back and you say, well, there's the video where you said the market never goes down, but then go look at the video where I said now's the time to get out. You got to stay updated. And you got to be with me live. Selling is not panicking. Selling is doing something prudent and educated. And listen, if you were on my live broadcast this morning at the wrong time, we went 0 for 6. I tried catching the bottom on Palantir. Loss. Tried again. Loss. Tried again. Loss. I was like, shit, this sucks. But then we caught it and we made all that money back. And that's another thing about this industry, the track record. The track record is bullshit. The track record is flawed. The track record is an illusion. Everybody talks about win rate. That's an illusion also. I could have a win rate of 9%. I could go, what would be 9%? I could go 9 for 100. Every 100 trades I do, I could go 9 for 100. You'd think I'd be getting my ass kicked. But what if those 9 trades are absolutely fucking mind-ripping trades that you could never imagine happened? Right? What if those 9 trades were so amazing that they compensated and outweighed the other 100? No, what am I talking about? 9 out of 100. So that would be 81, 91. I don't even know how to do math anymore. 91 trades I did that didn't work. 9 worked, but I've come out ahead. That's just proper risk management and discipline. See, there's a lot more than just finding ideas. Because that's what today's all about. Lost on the cues, tried to pick the bottom. Lost on the cues, tried to pick the bottom. Lost on the cues, tried to pick the bottom. Lost on Palantir, tried to pick the bottom. Basically lost on every trade. But then I'm sitting here and we finally fucking made the turn at 298.50 and we loaded the boat. Because at 298.50 on the cues, I could say, all right, I'm going to give it one last chance. Here's the support. And by the way, if it would have broke 298 a quarter, we wouldn't have this conversation. I'd be getting my ass kicked. But it did hold. And it got back to VWAP. And we sold for a profit. And it did get back to levels that we were hoping to see, which was 302.19. And we did sell up there. And we went 1 for 7 on the cues, but we managed to net a profit. 2 for 6, or no, actually 2 for 8 on Palantir, but we managed to take a profit. So again, it's a very tough business, right? But let's go back to why I'm here. I don't like to be called a fraud. The reason I started making videos on YouTube was to expose the fraud. And if you haven't noticed, I've challenged everybody on YouTube. I've gone to their channels. I've formally challenged them. I've used the word fraud and scam just to get them enraged. I've picked fights with as many people as I can. And none of them said, fuck you, Kenny, I'll challenge your ass. I'll show you I'm not a fraud. Not one. You don't want to know why? I think you know why. And I understand part of what I do is hypocrisy as well. I'm part of the system. I want to make money telling people how smart I am and help them. But the bottom line is I am smart. Well, not smart. Smart-ish. I'm not a smart guy. My language skills are not. See, I can't even think of a word. Good. I did not do well in school. My dad was a math teacher. My mom was an English teacher. I had to study my ass off just to freaking get B's. I like to party. I like to have a good time. And the bottom line is I don't like to give a fuck about much. I don't take much serious. But what I do know, right, is 30 years have gone by and I'm still here because I've managed to cash out of the market at highs 7 different times. Yeah, I understand. If I had cashed out and gone short simultaneously, you'd be looking at a guy worth about 50 mil right now. Sucks. It sucks that I covered Zoom 200 points ago. It sucks that I covered Roku 200 points ago. I know. But you know what doesn't suck? Not owning those stocks. You know what doesn't suck? Realizing that I'm making a vital mistake here and cashing out of my Qs, my Ford, thankfully, most of the Sophie, most of the BRCC. And look at what happened. Even those measly last 700 shares on Sophie, and I had a shit ton of Sophie because I believed. And I was duped. I read all about the company, did my research, and apparently it was all lies. So then a technical analysis when the stock broke 22.50, I'm like, I don't give a shit what I've read. I am not holding this stock. I'll hang on to the last 5 or 600 and get my ass kicked. I wound up selling it and buying it back because the fear of missing out got me. I know I'm flawed because I'm a real person. Emotions take over. Fear takes over. But here we are. And I'm just asking you to do me one favor. Join my troll army. Join the troll army. Join me on Twitter. Join me on StockTwits. And if you've done well listening to me over the last, how many years is it now? 15 years of me doing. I mean, you guys saw my kids grow up right in front of your face. I'm still here. There's a reason I'm still here. I keep selling at the right time. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks that I don't stay short because it's a very difficult trade to stay short. You have those short squeeze rallies in your face. You think that's it. You can't take the pain. There's one reason or the other. That's why I went back to being a day trader. Try to do well for the day, make a little bit of money or not, call it a day, come back tomorrow, rinse and repeat. Because if you've taken the trades that I do, right? If you take the trades that I do the most, this is an absurd number. You want to hear the most dumb number you'll ever hear? 98%. That's stupid. I could say it out loud. Because 98% of the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal trades on earnings reports have followed through to this year and made profitable trades out of them. It's a very specific trade. The earnings come out, the stock has to be below the VWAP, it has to break the VWAP, and quite often get to the multi-day. But recently, we've just been trading the VWAP breaks alone, just the 1 minute VWAP, forgetting about multi-day. But if you look at what Bill did, take a look at BILL. If you guys trade the way I trade, look at look at Zillow, Z, look at Bill, BILL, take a look at DraftKings, right? Those three trades paid you not just for the week, not just for the month. Those three trades could have made your year. And then you could sit back and let the market crash and trade again if you want. We are in control of our own fate. But please, defend my honor. It's all I ask. I get I understand I've got a problem too. No kidding. I hold grudges. I think revenge is good. Vengeance will be mine. People need their comeuppance. There needs to be consequences for anonymous assholes throwing, what do they call it? Throwing shade at a guy that has only tried to help his whole life. The whole reason I started doing these videos was to expose the bullshit that goes on in this industry and try to help. So when people spit in my face, oh, no, I don't let it go. I don't let it go. So join me in stomping on these people. The first thing you need to do is go to hitthebid.com, join the website, and then go to StockTwits. I am Hit the Bid Radio on StockTwits and YouTube. And when I call upon you to defend my honor, I expect you to go there and flood the websites, flood them, and let them know who the true one and only guru is. I am the guru, and there's no denying it. And when this market turns and it starts to go back up, you know who's going to give you the okay signal to buy? Me. I'll do it again. I've done it 7 times. Wait for it, my friends. I'll see you in cyberspace. Come join the website, hitthebid.com. It's free. Have a nice day.